And Ella, what about yourself? Because you're actually one of these weird people that has wanted to be an FM since you were little.
Yeah,
so tell us a bit about that.
There's actually a picture of me that's quite popular within my family and friends of me sat on my dad's laptop.
Yeah.
In front of the keyboard and the computer. So I joke that I've been in the industry for 22 years. But
right. Fair enough.
Yeah, so my parents are both consultants in the industry, so obviously I've grown up listening to BIFM and contract management and all the jargon and all the rubbish like that. I say rubbish, it's not rubbish, but when you're a 9-year-old and you're trying to listen to the drama about what's happening on the school play yard of who hates who, it's like, no, contract management is what we're talking about. So I kind of was exposed to it that way. Right. And then I basically applied for every degree apprenticeship I could find because I've always had a passion for business, and I was like, right, how can I get on a degree apprenticeship? Couldn't get on any of the ones that I wanted to because I failed all the aptitude tests. Right, okay. So I was like, right, okay, I'll go and start my own degree apprenticeship. So I approached the university that I'm at now, Manchester Met. Yeah. And approached my company that I'm at now, the managing director at the time, Jack Prady. Yeah. And spoke to him and just said, if I get the university to agree, can I have a degree apprenticeship? So basically created a degree apprenticeship myself. Oh, fair play. Well done. That's all right, not bad at all. You tell me no and I'll find a way to make it work. But fair play. So was that because you found a route into the industry just so challenging? So it was such a challenge to get, because I know there's a few degree apprenticeships and other bits and pieces around FM, but there isn't a lot. I know that much. And was that the frustration, and that's why you felt you had to go down that road? Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't say this on here, but the truth is, like, I never really wanted to go into FM because I'd grown up. Let me explain. Oh, hang on a second. What's she doing here?
The end of this interview.
Get her out.
So, not invited back. But no, so obviously I'd grown up listening to it, and I just felt it sounds boring, like I'm not interested in it. Right, okay. And then, I always knew that I wanted to do something business related, but you go to the career advisors and they say, go into law, go into architecture, dentistry. It's like, I don't want to do any of that. No, a lot of paperwork as well. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the paperwork. That's the thing, it's a lot of work. So I was like, not really interested in it. And then I was like, right, okay, just try and do my degree apprenticeship for 4 years in FM. Yeah. And everyone keeps asking me, when you come out of the industry, when you come out of your degree apprenticeship, what are you going to do? And I was like, you're still going to go into FM because I want to set my own company up. Yeah. And everyone's like, what are you going to do? And I just think facilities management, because there is so much. Oh, it's a great career. Yeah, and I think the more that I speak to people, the more exposure I get. So I'm doing a lot of education at the minute anyway. Yeah. And trying to get as much exposure to different people, environments, industries. And I just think the more exposure I get, the more I think, wow, it's just completely untouched, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on half the time. So it's really good to see how things actually work and the different people there are. I'm 20 years in, Ella. I still think that. Yeah, how do you think I feel?
I think that's the joy of FM, though, isn't it? Every day you're kind of going, wow, that's something new. Yeah.
But what you described there is actually, you found a way to do something when there was no other way.
Yeah.
That is FM. We find a way to fix something that's outside the box. Yeah, exactly. And that's what you love about it. So
it's kind of in your DNA, really, without you even realising that it was in your DNA. You just went out and did what an FM does.
Well and truly, yeah.
That's not bad.
Got to thank my parents for that. So
well done. That's great to see. We'll come back to you in a minute because there's some more interesting elements about you, Ella, that we need to talk about during this podcast. But let's move over to the consigliere. Mr. Young.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How the devil are you?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you look very dapper, by the way.
Well, I made the effort just for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's the first one, I thought. I've got to push the boat out, right?
Yeah. Make me look good, mate. That's right.
I've spent my career making you look better.
So is Wes.
So basically everybody.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. I need more than one person doing it.
It's an industry-wide challenge.
It is an industry-wide challenge. How to make Mark Hugginson look good. Okay, your route into FM, mate. Tell us all about it.
So my route is probably very typical of everybody else in that I fell into FM. So my career set was I was joining the Navy. I was going to spend my career. That was where I was going. When a number of things happened, and that never really progressed, and I started doing some caretaking as a bit of a starter. And then that then went, oh, actually this is quite fun. I quite enjoy this. Yeah. But what I was missing from being a caretaker was leadership and doing that leadership piece. Yeah. So then I stepped up into the next role and so forth, and 15 years later I'm still doing it and still enjoying every single day of it. Okay. And I think it's interesting kind of what you both said in terms of how the route into FM is still very much a trip into it. You almost trip into it and go, wow, how did that happen? Yeah. And I'm here. Yeah. And you never look back and you think, wow, that was really cool. And I think as an industry, we need to recognise that's the case. That people, there is still a lot of people that trip into it. But I also know, as an industry, we're looking at how we can encourage people to it, and that's where those cool old buildings. Yeah. I prefer an old building, right? Because I think there's a lot of history and story behind it. Ghosties, But I think that's what we need to sell to everybody else who wants to come into the industry of, come and see these cool old buildings. There's some cool new buildings as well. Yeah. But people want to see the history, don't they? And access all areas, which we get as facilities managers. Yeah, yeah. It's quite interesting that you say that, just with regards to the falling into it. And I think that leads on to why stay in it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because a lot of young people, I think, that would look at FM as a career opportunity, probably go, I don't want to manage a building and look after toilets and things like that, or be a receptionist or a security officer or a cleaning operative or whatever it might be within the space where they start. But there's a reason you guys, you two specifically, not you, El, you're still young. You're nearly there. Yeah. But there's a reason you guys stayed into it. So what I'd like you to explain, especially for young people that might be watching the podcast, is why did you stay in it? Was it the opportunities that the industry created for you, or was it the job role? Was it the... Explain that. Give people some guidance around what that looks like. I think it's the diversity of opportunity. Right. And I think so I look back at my career, and I've done nearly all the industries now. Yeah. With bar maybe defence, I've not been there yet. But I think that's the interesting thing, and that's the reason why I've stayed here, is the diversity of opportunities. And all my career steps have all been in kind of different... I work in rail now, and 2 years ago I worked for Just Eat, and
you did, yeah, that's very true.
Completely different exposure to different things, and I think that's... I see
that you've lost weight since you left Just Eat as well.
No more takeaway allowance.
No freebies.
Yeah, freebies. No, I'm joking. That's not true, people, by the way. I'm just
cut it.
But it is true.
I think what you're saying is true as well, though. You're always learning as well. I find, like, every day you learn something new, even being the godfather now at this age and nearly retired. You learn.
No, I don't call you the godfather because you're old. I call you the godfather because of your level of knowledge in the industry.
I'll take that.
That's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to your...
That's 2 out of 3. He's offended now.
But you continue learning. You're continually dealing with like different people from different backgrounds, and it's just every day is different, and it's got a great deal of longevity in this career.
Yeah. Okay. So Wes, talk us through. So talk us the type of role you started in, and how over the years your career has accelerated, because you've had an astounding career. You've worked for some of the largest providers of facility services, not just in the UK but in the world. Let's be honest. Yep. So where did you start, mate? I suppose is the best way to explain it. And what route did you go through, and how did you build your career?
Yeah, so I suppose I started out, done my GCSEs, went to college, started A-levels. Yeah. Wasn't really interested in that route. I wasn't good. I wasn't academic. So I left halfway through my A-levels. I wanted to earn money. Yeah. Go out and party like everyone else. So I left, and I went to work for my family's company. My dad was in office fit-outs. Right. So I learnt a trade for a good few years.
Oh, so you actually started on the tools?
Yeah, which has helped me massively now, because dealing with contractors and being in FM and doing fit-outs, I've obviously done that job myself.
So you understand it? Yeah, you get the challenges.
Yeah, and so they don't pull the wool over my eyes very often. So I started there, went into construction, and then, like I say, I kind of fell into FM for a smaller property management firm. Yeah. And then I went from being FM for Property Serve, who worked for JLL, believe it or not. Yeah. Where I finally ended up. So I worked in and around JLL for many years. Yes. And I went from being an FM up to being head of facilities there. So I was there for 9 years. And I built a team, went from 10 buildings to 100 buildings under management. Wow. Yeah. How much in assets were you managing at this, when you had those 100 buildings? What was the value of those assets? Do you have a number? I can't remember. It must have been at least 100 million. So, so that was a while back. Yeah. And it was all over. I was head of FM for UK-wide. So travel up to Scotland, Harrogate, various places. Yeah, Harrogate's nice. Harrogate's lovely. Yeah, it's all right, Harrogate. It's my part of the world. Yeah. So then, and then I kind of moved around a bit, and I went off and done operations role for Derwent London.
Yeah,
one of the biggest developers in London. I was regional director for MAP.
Right.
And then I went residential, which was
different.
I'm going to say different. Well done, Ella. Thank you for that word. I was going to use another word. So I went to work for Ballamore in Canary Wharf, high-end luxury.
Yeah.
And all the fun that comes with thousands and thousands of residents and swimming pools, etc.
Yeah.
And then I went to JLL as a FM account director for the Aviva portfolio.
Okay.
Which was a global business, which was so kind of built my way up. As I said, I wasn't academic, but FM made me have to go back and do certain things and do NEBOSH, do IOSH. I was part of the IWFM, now a fellow of the IWFM, and there's only sort of 250, I think, of us now in the world. So that was kind of the pinnacle of my career when I was awarded that. It took a long time, and a lot of hard work to get there.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, to be fair, I don't think you're doing yourself enough justice, Wes. So I'm just going to explain to everybody listening why Wes is not doing himself enough justice. Wes is a mentor to how many people across the industry?
Well, as a fellow, we have to mentor.
Have to.
He mentors copious amounts of people.
Yes, yeah.
You're the go-to people for a lot of people in your network when they have an issue or a problem that they need resolving and things like that, and you're always on hand to help. So where does your drive, and then we're going to talk about the swerve in a minute, all right, because there's an interesting swerve, everybody, all right, we'll talk about the swerve in a minute, but where does your drive come from and to help the next generation of people coming up through the industry?
I think obviously everyone that ever worked for me, all the FMs, as you know, are still in contact.
Yes, they are.
They still network with us. We still mentor all of them, and they will come to me when they have problems.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing of being in the IWFM part. I really enjoy. Obviously, me and Ella also sit on the Rising Star, the IWFM committee, trying to bring young people into the industry. Yep. Which is, as we sort of touched on, no one sets out to be an FM unless you're Ella.
Yeah. Unless you're Ella.
So we're trying to
no, don't forget she didn't. She lied to get on the show, guys. That's what it was.
So we're trying to find more Ellas, but we can only find Ella that wants to come into the industry. And we're trying to work out how do we find these people and where do we find these people.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole purpose of this podcast, really. You know what I mean? It creates a medium for young people that young people understand. You know, where they can listen to people like yourself. Probably more importantly, people like Ella.
Yeah.
That are young and moving into the industry.
People at the beginning of their career.
At the beginning of their career. I don't mean that, but you know what I'm saying. I think that's quite important. But it's great to see that you're investing in the younger talent that's coming through the industry.